when I think of the love that I have for my children and the level of sacrifice and the fact that we have chosen each other, there's nothing else that I know that I am without a doubt, without question here to do, but be their mother. And I feel it feels like a privilege, like an honor. I mean, you guys have watched the girls growing up. A lot of you have. And if you haven't, you can follow over on Instagram at Nicole Walters. You can see my babies there. You've seen them grow up. When I tell you, I know that you all have a sense of how awesome the girls are. And if you watch our TV show, you have a sense of it. I'm telling you, it's that times 10. These girls are incredible. Like, I cannot speak more about how wonderful they are. It is truly an honor to be their mother. And I worry often about how good at it I am. I had a really tough upbringing. My parents, I know, did the best they could with the tools they had, but it doesn't mean that it was always enough. And I talk about that more in my book because, there's certain forums for certain things, but I didn't always have the best examples for parenting. So I've invested a lot because I know that it's important, both in therapy, in reading, in research. And then I also do what I like to call interactive parenting, where I ask my kids for feedback all the time, kind of like clients, right? Like, so give me a survey. How do you think I'm doing on a scale of 1 to 10? Or is there some place that you think I can improve? Or tell me more about that. And if you listen back to some of our episodes, I've actually had my little one and my mid-tiny both on previous episodes. So you can definitely listen to kind of their very candid feedback about my parenting. But knowing that I helped these girls, and we helped each other, honestly, escape a life of trauma, having their previous mother be someone who has addiction and, dealing with things on the street that they never should have encountered and having lots of struggles. I can't tell you the immense guilt that I'm not going to lie to you, still feel. I feel it right now about bringing a trauma in their life, if you will. And I know some of you right now who, oh my gosh, I can literally feel my belly flipping. You guys understand what I'm saying, right? If you are a mom yourself who has gone through or been through divorce or a big breakup, or you've had a partner in your kid's life and you know that transition is going to occur and you know that your kid's going to experience it, there's a guilt that comes with it. There's a guilt of, here are these sweet little humans that we're putting imprints on, and now we've entered something in their world that they didn't choose or elect. And then there's the other side, right? Which is if you haven't made that choice yet and you're still in the relationship, wondering if you are, which is the sort of lesser evil. Is it staying in the relationship because it's better for them to at least have this vision of a happy, healthy marriage, even if they're not seeing things they should see in terms of love, affection, care, respect, whatever, or is it better to go and risk this other trauma? And when I tell y'all, knowing that I was able to provide a place that delivered them from so much trauma, only to say, hey, the family that I thought would be great for us is not one that I can provide to you any longer because I don't have a partnership that agrees to remain. So I'm sorry, but it's going to change again. Y'all, I still feel badly about it. It's, my older ones get it because they were in our home. So they were very aware of kind of just some of the underlying nuances and, and they're old enough to understand relationships and they know me, deeply and intensely. And, they get it. My little one, well, she's just like, this has been her dad since she was 3. And, the upside is because she does come from an unconventional background. She believes that families can be made lots of ways. So she's like, oh, well, great. I just get another house. And, she did ask me if I would be getting married again, and I told her hopefully, because I really like being a wife and I like being a mom. And she asked me if I would have any more kids. And I told her hopefully, I'd love to have lots of babies. And, and she also asked if she could be in the wedding. And I was like, well, girl, your lips to God's ears. You know what I mean? If it works out, it works out, So, it's great because she does have that very positive, optimistic perspective. And she knows, of course, and the other question she did ask me was, what will our last names be? Which kind of hit at my heartstrings a little bit. But she also knows, we can all be family no matter what last names we have. And it still didn't change the fact that I know that when she gets older, she's going to have more questions about why it didn't work. And what I can tell you is that I'm working really hard to get those answers myself. And that's part of why I do therapy, and that's part of why I pray. And it's also why I've learned to not be afraid to say, I don't know, but I'm working on it. And as a mom, I've learned that obviously shame doesn't serve me. So I don't want to be ashamed of the fact that a choice was made, and I am doing everything I can to make sure that it doesn't change the quality of life my girls have or the love and support that they have. And more than anything, they know that no matter what, on paper, in person, in my heart, and forever, they will always be my babies. Those are my kids, and I love them. And you don't divorce children. You divorce parents and partners. And I'm working hard on doubling down on that, because one thing I've had to grant myself grace around in this season of starting over as a different type of mom, when I wasn't even sure if I knew how to do it the first time, was just that I'm still learning. And that all I can do is be honest with my kids as I'm trying to take on this new frontier.